Hello, welcome back. Teh Tarik Hour. As always, it's me, Azreen, along with.
Ah Kit here.
And today we are back again for another topic. Nonsense topic, serious topic, any kind of topic. But today's topic, a bit,
It's a healthy concerns actually.
it's a big major concern in
It's
terms
a
of the
public
health.
healthy concerns issues.
It's a surprisingly progressive movement by our current government. But it's not really government, it's like the state level lah. So depending on the state lah.
Yes, depending on the state.
But of course, we are talking about the banning of or restriction on sales of vapes. lah.
Vapes. Yes.
So I think vaping has been quite the common issue in Malaysia. lah.
But before we start the topics lah, because actually, I think Azreen is not the vape person.
I don't smoke at all.
At all. But I'm smoke. Actually, I'm try vape. I'm not saying I love vape lah. I just try and then a few times from the started. They are from the very beginnings. They are fill up the juice and come today to become a cartridge and become a
Like the device there. lah.
the device, the one timer device.
But would you say you vape on a regular basis?
Occasionally
Are you more like a social vapor or is
social vapor because I'm more like to smoke.
you prefer cigarette? Is it?
I prefer cigarettes.
But you still smoke cigarette at this point?
Also not regularly. It's occasions.
For social lah.
Social
So
and sometimes I will feel bored and maybe I buy a box or
So you don't go out of your way to buy
No.
on a day to day like that lah.
no.
So in a sense, there's like levels of people in this lah. There's the people like me don't smoke at all, don't vape at all. So to me, it's nothing lah. You no cigarettes, no vape.
Yeah.
I okay one lah.
But we see that our current our not situation, our current atmosphere and our trend in Malaysia is a lot of the youngster, the teenagers, even in the secondary school, you can see they have a small device, even a very little gadgets in their pencil box, and then they come up with a vape. So I think this was very serious issues for the entire Malaysia, because when we young and our times we are try to like 2 ringgit or 3 ringgit we steal our parents' monies and go to buy the cigarettes. But today's the youngster, maybe they are got more pocket money from their parents. Then maybe they buy a device 40 ringgit or 50 ringgit, it doesn't matter. Then just buy the device to have this web. And some more the web shops a lot in Klang Wary area. Yeah, I think it's just very easy to get the web shop in KL. So this is the ones the Malaysia government. This is my idea. Should ban the this web, not easily for the teenagers to get this web device.
So you are a
Yes, I
support
support
of the banning lah.
Because current, I think the few state like the few state we already banned. Only we left Selangor and then Penang, Johor, maybe these few places lah.
Yeah, Selangor, Terengganu, Johor, Kelantan are few of the states that have banned vapes or selling. I mean, Selangor is still, they're pending, if I'm not mistaken. But they are banning advertisement of vapes. So you cannot see the vape advertising there. But the sale of vapes, if I'm not mistaken, is still pending, whether or not it's illegal or it's allowed or not.
But come back to the history of these vapings. Come back to the history. Actually, this device, they are invented by, I don't know if by who's. I actually can check the history by one person who invent. The purpose to come out this device actually is stop people to smoke. They want to do less to take smoke and then go for this web, then or maybe someone's seriously got someone's to come up the ideas to do the web to commercialize, then they will get feel the e-juice and very the sweet e-juice to fill up, then have this happen. Wow. So everyone is become an entertainment. It become a new device, a new news entertainment for the youngsters. But this device actually, they are invented is to people to stop smoke. You know that?
I mean, no. the purpose of all this is usually like that. What's the purpose of
means demolish the purpose lah.
I mean, I know. I mean, logically can understand that vape was introduced, or the technique or the technology of vape was introduced to reduce the addiction of cigarettes lah.
Yeah.
Similar to how like you say morphine is a drug that's used to reduce pain, but people use it for fun also, right?
Yep.
So the commercialization of it is outside of what the purpose of it was initially made for, lor. And these things happen. Same like you know the hair pill. You take the pill to keep your hair on, right? Originally, it was made for people who had thyroid or something like for cancer or prostate something It's a prostate medication, but now people use it for hair things So medication have or this kind of technology have original purpose, but later on become commercial, can be sold
Yes.
And yes, originally it was supposed to vape is supposed to reduce the addictiveness of cigarettes because of the drugs used in cigarettes like nicotine.
You're talking drugs Also, it's the web, the juice lah. They're easy for people to create the cannabis juice. I mean drug inside the juice, and then let the people who are smoke. I mean web in the drug. So easy people to carry also. So this is also is not very good. Actually, it's have to ban these things to be more popular in Malaysia. This is what I'm thinking.
Right, so you mean like if you ban it, it become more popular, is it?
No, we have to ban it
before it
make more popular.
But
now it's already popular, right?
Vaping is already considered a norm for a lot of young people nowadays. Not just young people, people of all ages.
Yeah, like me and the old people.
I mean, there are some people who still like die cigarette because vaping is like toy one, right?
For some people, it's like maybe it's just the taste is not very heavy. It's tobacco, but now it's more chemicals. What I'm thinking in the mind, smoke is still more natural.
It's still
chemical. Natural.
No,
you smoke with the. I'm not saying when you smoke with the packet, the Marlboro. The packet. Maybe we smoke with
the raw one.
The raw one. Yeah. You roll.
That one.
That one is more like more natural.
I mean, it still has all the things you put in is. There's some chemical go in there already, and the paper as well there.
Even you buy a box, the cigarettes, actually they are also got chemical. The chemical, how they are
process
the process. But if let's say you really go for the raw one, then less chemicals.
I mean, there's still some kind of even you smoke the pipe, you put the thing and then you smoke. There's still some form of like carcinogenic or carcinogens or something like that. The things that causes cancer is still there also.
But what we smoke in web or in the raw or whatever form is actually an enjoyment. But my ideas we are trying to minimize the harmful for the body. So that's why we are go for natural. This is what I'm
so you so your suggestion is what? Go back to the original smoking way, is it like like the poppy smoke, the long that one, is it?
You just very simple. You can buy the raw one. You can buy a raw from the cigarette shop, and then
but that still contains like all the addictive ingredients of what makes smoking addictive one.
Actually, this addictive
and cigarette, the smoke itself is already.
You see, it's a commercial thing, is it right? You drink the alcohol. Alcohol also make you addicted. How come they are not ban the alcohol? Because some things like
you better stay careful.
The candy also is addicted. You know the candy, the sugar level you take a lot also addicted. Something is like everything is addicted, but you have to do the control. It's not saying the people your personal who did the control. It's not saying I ate cake, how many slices per day, the sugar level, how you input to yourself, to your body, you have to know. Even you secret, it's not say you have to take a packet, 2 packet, 3 packet a day, then you will harm for yourself also. You have to, maybe you have try to control. Maybe I only more 5 stick per day or 4 stick. It's depending the people the control.
Okay, but the thing is, it's like the level of disruptiveness those substances can have on you is different depending on the substance itself. Let's say, okay, cigarette, you smoke 5 packs a day, but after you smoke 5 pack, how does that affect your how you behave in society? Will you stop? If you smoke 5 packs a day, is it like, oh, suddenly you blurry, you become drunk, all this? No, right? But if you drink 5 bottles of alcohol a day, or like bottles of whiskey a day, you sure mabuk gila, right? Means you cannot do your job, you cannot perform, you cannot function properly.
True.
So that level you can see. Similar with like eating sugar. You eat 5 packs of sugar lah, like 5 big bags of sugar. You won't tell me you still like normal person, man. I'm sure you go shock one, like or sugar crash. So the impact of this substance can differentiate depending on how much. Cigarette is like the impact is less noticeable.
Like we have to say it's like smoke responsibility and drink responsibilities because it's based on the responsibility.
Of course, it's an individual responsibility, but there's also a underlying health concern when it comes to cigarette in particular, because when you smoke, you don't see the huge impact on it on the long term. Like if you drink a lot, you can see the impact immediately. I drink 5 bottles, you can see if I try to drive, I will kill someone for sure. Sure, you can tell already.
True.
But if I smoke 5 packs today, right, you won't see the impact today. Instead, if I smoke 5 packs today, that the smoke and all this like negative effect can affect someone beside me. If I smoke 10 cigarettes a day, my partner, maybe the smoke affect her and then she get cancer. So we don't see that immediately. That might be 50 years ahead. So there are health implications for cigarettes that require controlling, but we don't see it as serious because you don't see the impact so quickly. Similarly, you smoke 50 cigarettes a day, you don't see your outside change much, but your lung, what happened? You see all the pictures, right? Or smoking causes cancer, or smoking causes black lung, all this thing, but you don't see it. That's like 40, 50 years later.
Yeah, but for you, do you agree for your side maybe you are not a smoker or you're not a vapor? Do you agree the people who are like banned or we have a very tight restriction for vape in this case?
I think the if you want to do the simple answer, then yes, I want a complete ban and complete removal of all these like cigarettes and vapes lah, because I don't see the purpose of it. So there's no other reason for it except for enjoyment lah. And if you want to enjoy it, that's your choice.
Right also,
that's your choice lah. I cannot say anything, right?
It's some kind like related with the human rights. Oh, we have a choice. I'm the humans. I have the right to choose my lifestyle.
So I don't want to police you also at that point, right? This is why I feel like, why should I police you? You want to smoke 10 cigarettes, you want to drink 10 bottles, okay lah, yourself lah. But as long as you're not harming others, then that's okay.
But for what I know, it depends in Singapore and Thailand. They become a very strict restriction for this web. Even in Singapore, you have this called 6-month prisons, and then maybe it's a fine up to 10K SGDs for Singapore dollar for your fine if let's say you are vaping in Singapore.
Yeah, I don't know if that's like we need that level of harshness, but if it comes to the point where it's such a epidemic here in Malaysia, then maybe that's the punishment that needs to be doled out lah.
I think it because
But okay, the funny thing, right? The punishment is still directed towards the individual. Why is it not directed to the manufacturer leh?
Okay, actually, what I know, Malaysia actually is the biggest web industries, and we are web maker. That's why we have this very good profit. Okay, to actually our web export to the US market.
So actually, okay, so here's the thing, right? There is the ban of like the vape and all this, right? But more often than not, these regulation and policies are directed towards the people rather than the companies who make it. Why don't we just include a heavy penalty or huge tax on the manufacturers. Why is it
Yeah,
like,
true.
you want to use as you are a person who smoke or vape, you
Yeah.
get fined and you get in prison. Why not fine or imprison the people who make the vape juice and all this? Of course, they are like, oh, the stores they're not gonna renew the licenses of
Mm-mm.
stores, vape stores and everything lah. But that is just small fish. What the big one is should be the manufacturer lor.
Yeah, the productions.
The people who own the vape companies or the vape factories or the cigarette factories. If you really want to limit people's addiction to this, attack them lah. But
I,
won't one lah.
I think should we have a very okay. We are take the in the middles. We are not so harsh like Singapore. They are all ban the web device everything. But we are in the middles. Actually, we have to like we very strict restrictions for the web who are not sell to the people underage. This is one very important because now you can see even say the school, the people outside the school, people in webbing the device look like the pencils or some pen. It can keep in a small pocket. It's very easy and convenient for the teenagers who hide the device even in school. So this is very harmful our next generations, our young generation. This
Okay, that's one
This is
thing
very
lah.
concern, sir.
You ban out the sale of vapes to the minors. Is of course some states already done it, like Kelantan and all this. Similar to how we adopted the way of banning the sale of cigarettes to minors lah as well, and also putting all the warnings and then increasing the price. All this deterrence for reducing people using cigarettes or vapes lah. But I think that's only a halfway solution also lah. It still needs to come back to the people who manufacture it and then like to limit how they sell it off lor. And then to be more harsh towards them. And also the fact that education wise you want to tell the parents also lor, to be able to teach the children.
You see the parent also web.
The parent also vape. That's why parents smoke and vape also how leh. You see monkey do. That's why. You want to tell me you also vape? You want to tell people don't vape? How?
Yeah, even last time our school time, our parents also smoke, but we are also truly smoke what. Same things.
So it's very funny because like your parents say you smoke, I slap you all this then they after in the evening go out with their friends smoke outside. Wow, then nothing is it?
Hey, seriously, nowadays maybe Malaysians getting richer compared with those old days. The one device that cost you is 40 ringgit and 50 ringgit. How the teenagers can afford to buy the the device? You see the device actually is very easy for the teenagers to get a device.
You just think back how you used to kumpo do it or churi do it just to buy your cigarette last time. Or to do anything lah.
But last
I'm sure
time the one pack of the cigarettes only is maybe the small one is 2 ringgit or 3 ringgit.
Last time you also go makan also 1 ringgit, 2 ringgit what?
But the device fucking expensive. 50 ringgit.
Okay. Why suddenly you worry about your expenses also? But that's a good thing, is it? If it's expensive, then you less likely to buy one. See, same with cigarette. Expensive, then you think back, I want to buy or not, or this thing. But the thing is, like, people who buy cigarettes or vapes, it's not a matter of whether they want to buy it. They will buy it because it's addiction, what? So, for them, buying that is more important than, say, makan that day. Then that's where your money come in. Instead of using that money to buy your books or to buy lunch, you buy vape or you buy cigarettes. And this is a addiction problem. And that's why I think it's like banning is just a pretty way of saying like, we will support our health one. But you need to enforce ban, but it's more important is how you're going to help the people remove that addiction. Because there needs to be a process of reducing the addiction.
Yeah, because for the regulation wise what I'm thinking, if let's say for Malaysian side, we have to like not so harsh for the web, and then in the meantime we have the regulation to control the people. It's not go for so make it more popular for the smoke.
To make it unpopular is hard. Smoking is very cool. Vaping very cool nowadays. How do you make it unpopular? This is like a trendy thing already. And once you start, you already hooked on already, ma. That's just how addiction works, what. And for them to come off it is either they have to have very strong will to determine that they don't want to do it, or die lah. It's one of those things, ma. And for me, it's hard for me also to say to people and just say, oh, I look down on people who smoke or look down on people who vape. I don't think it's a
for now
moral flaw for them lah.
But for today's you compare like old days, we are smoke. It's some kind of like very less group of people in smoke in Malaysia. You see, smoke, the really secrets, the real secrets, it's very real. Only the uncles, 30 years old, 35 years old and above, or 30 years old and above, then you can see some uncle who are smoke. The youngster, they will do the vaping. And because in this, vape is cool than the smoke. Smoke is uncle. Then the generation is slowly...
That's a trend thing lah. But it's also a sign of like replacing addiction only, what? Because cigarette now or smoking is very hard to get. You want to buy a cigarette is a very restrictive for younger generation, what? You need IC all this, and then the cost is more expensive lah. For one pack, how many already? Like 20 plus already. You can do, and then you want to buy more than one pack, you die already. At least with vape is still accessible in that there's no regulation on who to sell, who can sell it, and then I mean you still need license but there's less. It's not as restrictive as cigarettes.
Yes, this is true. This is true. The vaping maybe is a less of the regulation. And one more thing, what's to attract the young generation go for the vape, because they're cool. They're more cool. It's like, okay, what I know, you see from the market you can see you got the lychees taste lah, coke taste lah, or berries or a lot of flavors, pineapple, whatever flavors you have in the
to make it more nicer.
The taste also smell like sweet, right? But for smoke like the cigarette is
just one
tobacco
smell.
Just tobacco. So maybe they have a lot of choices. Oh, today I try this berry. Tomorrow I try this pineapple. This kind of thinking is like I drinking a juice or drinking water like that.
But I mean, okay, we can see the technology make it more affordable, more accessible, and also more variety.
Yeah, variety
for younger generation lah. But as we come to the conclusion for both our side, we both believe that it should be regulated heavily and also banned in certain aspects lah. Like, would you accept? Should Malaysia come to the point of like completely banning vapes?
If let's say completely ban vape, I also agree. Actually, I absolutely agree also.
So for you it's okay you're
because I'm not the weapon. But the other thing is like the vape compared to smoke, the vape more harm for your healthies. This is a chemical.
I know they're the same thing actually. Not much difference in terms of like harmfulness It's the same thing. What causes?
But smoke also, we come to a certain age, we also will less to smoke because the healthy issues. This
but we don't know yet for vape. What vape hasn't been around that long, so you cannot tell.
But you can see some of the cases they have to prove some people's take vape, they make the lungs is so weak, and we can see. This one is not so
same thing with
many histories.
Cigarettes but
yes, cigarettes, yes.
Again, I'm saying like we don't have that long of vapes or vaping is not that long of a history in medical research yet So of course there will be some side effects. Cannot be no side effects one
True.
But the impact is we don't know yet. I'm sure there will be in the long run So in that sense, like whether you compare vape and cigarette, both equally bad in my opinion. Especially if you talk long-term side effects there.
But true. But we have to one thing we are very the healthy concern. our public healthy concerns is one very big issue also for the government to take this action to ban the vaping. And then the second issue is the teenagers. These two major issues actually is the government should very have to consider to ban the entire Malaysia the vape.
Definitely is a better approach if we can put a nationwide
Yes.
ban on like selling of vapes towards minors lah. In that sense, or even the fact that completely banning the usage of vapes. But I'm sure the industry of vaping, they will fight very strong against this, because you're taking their rice bowl away, bro. You know how big the vaping industry is in Malaysia, and how
actually
the sales there.
We want to like, yeah, I know, but this thing also will be happen in Thailand, but it's not vape lah. Actually, cannabis is a one very big business in Thailand. Especially in those Bangkok and then the cities actually most cities. But suddenly cannabis they are banned in Thailand. Not say banned, they cannot say be easily to get the cannabis. It's not like those last 1 year or last 2 years. They say want to legalize the cannabis. They can do the cake and then you can go to the shop and then go for entertainment purpose. Now they want become or maybe use medical purpose. Then you can get the cannabis. This kind of thing slowly will become. But it's a big. Actually, cannabis is a big market also for Thailand. But it's same. This is also the same to apply to Malaysia. Yeah, the web industry also a very big kick for Malaysia, the economies. But why not we have to think of the public healthy come first, then we go for the economy.
Public safety weighing against profits is very hard for a lot of countries.
Yeah, true.
Because as much as I would like to think that government will always think about the rakyat or the people first, not necessarily the case.
In case you see even some same thing also. They have come to economy is there the government is there the concern about the people first. This is
it the people first or the business first?
You have to
see the situation there.
Yes, you can see what the situation is now. The profit. You know how many profit they bring to the web industry, how many profit
to the states, right?
To the state, 50 over million. I just checked from Google only. 50 over millions, 50 5 zeros.
And you remove 50 million just like that. If you ban it, you think they will accept? Hard to say, lor. It depends on your principles. Personally, I think it's going to be a uphill battle for a lot of health focus politicals to push for this lah. I think it's hard. That's why it's still on the state level right now, because you can see like only state will endorse or push for banning or restricting vapes or cigarettes and all this lah. You go federal level it's a very hard battle already for them. It's I don't know if that will ever happen in our time. Even though who's his name, KJ or something, they wanted to be smoke free in Malaysia to be cigarette free or smoking free children by 2030 or 2050 like that. That's really not easy, I would say.
But we have to take in the middles lah. If let's say we as a humans, we also need to enjoy the thing, the smoke and even the vape. But in the meantime, we cannot do for this harmful for our next generations.
It's the thing is you need to understand and also not let it become an addiction. The problem is when it becomes an addiction, when you can't control yourself from it, that is the issue. You tell me, okay, you smoke, but you smoke once in a while when you really, really stressed, okay lah. But you tell me you smoke every day, like 5 to 10 packs, or you vape every day, and like you vape how many bottles or your juice there, that is a problem already. So we need to limit that problem. Once you also, the fact that it shouldn't be allowed for those under certain age or so.
Maybe we put it as a high-tech thing. Like we the device and everything. Maybe it's a 500 or 400 and one device. It becomes so expensive. Maybe the children's, even the parents, so expensive. And then We are stop do vape.
But again, that's your solution is always targeting the people one. Or at least majority of the solutions we see here is like make it harder for people to buy. Why not we say like make it harder for the manufacturers or the vape owners to sell these things. Like make it harder for them to get the materials, make it harder for them to get licensing and all this. Make it harder for them to enter the market in the first place.
Okay, if let's say we're doing the high tax, which means the high we are high demand is lesser, which means the production also lesser. What? We cannot.
The thing is, right,
We,
the demand.
the economy is still there. Maybe we can do export. We are not doing.
You don't like that.
We can
We
do it.
still supplying the thing other country, right?
We are still
Cannot
support
like
the
that
US market.
lah. You want
Then the local market will be.
That- You just only want to save yourself, not save others, is it? Think globally lah, bro.
because we
cannot
are
like
exported.
That means okay, even you say like, oh, here vape is 100 ringgit, the technology, but we sell to Indonesia still, right? Normal price. Then you just go Indonesia, buy the vape, come back Malaysia lor. Then you improve the illegal market already. The thing is, right, when you make it expensive here, it doesn't mean it will stop people from buying. It just makes it they want to do it in a illegal way, possibly. That's why it's not just about making it expensive.
But I believe our government is very smart one. Their sure will increase the tax first.
to kill the people at least, because then they can at least
make
got,
the people
the money got comes
then
still.
then our people will feel suffer. You see, everything also like that, man. Even the cigarette, the smoke. How come they're not straight away to ban the cigarettes? Even in Thailand, the cigarettes they are not like old times. They can display the cigarettes
cigarette,
on the shelf. Actually, they want to close the shelf, and then if let's say you want to buy the cigarettes, you say, we have selling, but what cigarette you want? Which brand? Then you talk to the person, then talk to the sales lah. Then he take for you. But in Malaysia, you still can display on the shelf.
But we still have the warnings and everything lah.
But the warning wouldn't use.
It's still the fight they have lor. The thing is, right, again, when you want to do this, I would always go towards like changing the system of how this manufacturers do it, instead of just like telling all these people who go into this industry to just focus on making money. You need to have people like, oh, we need to think health first lor. They should have like, I don't know, health advisors in the company to say that, oh, we should not be producing this chemical because this is very dangerous. We cut out the chemical, or we should reduce the level of addictiveness for this product. Like, there needs to be a very good health oversight on this kind of industry lah. Rather than just say like, oh, how we want to make money leh? If that's the only case, then you won't think about the health of the people lah. And right now this banning is I won't say it's a bad way lah. It's one way to go there.
And we because we still haven't finalized how we can have to see how the Selangor state will be. Maybe the ban,
how they approach is
approach. Maybe we will have the next conversation or next.
I mean, what if happen if it ban and then suddenly the illegal market boom 200%?
Yeah.
Then become like
we will have
because
to.
you ban Selangor but KL still can buy. So what you do? You just go KL, smuggle back to Selangor lor. Become like that. That's why it's like you close one hole another hole open one.
Yeah.
That's why we need to.
But we still have to do some like the education for people who are web is very harmful for our.
I think education is the one thing lah, and also to not just the children or the minors, also the adult also lah. If you want the kids to stop vaping, you need to tell the parents to understand what you are showing your children also. What if your parent vape, then you think your children won't vape one.
Yep, true.
That is where it comes to it lah. But how it goes, we remain to be seen. What do you guys think? Is vaping, the banning of vapes, a good move by the states, or should we just let people decide for themselves lah?
Yep.
For us, apparently we both agree banning is probably a better approach.
Yes.
But let us know in the comments below. And as always, if you enjoy the things that we talk about, please share, like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. And maybe if you are a vape seller or specialist or something, and you want to share your knowledge on vaping or all these other things, or if you're a health expert and you want to talk about the effects of vapes and whatnot,
Yeah, we can. Maybe you guys can share the what you call it, the web
technology,
no, let's say
education,
the education, the way. Let's say maybe it's web is healthy. We don't know.
If someone believe this, very interesting. You can reach out to us at tehtarihour@gmail.com. Until then, we will see you guys on the next episode. Goodbye.